And we are off. We got two people starting off, and there's a sword inside Sanctuary, and we got a shield inside of Link's house. So, different start here. We got a pendant in Hera and crystals of Eastern and Desert Palace. That was a really quick check there on the maps. I didn't know what kind of pendant it was on Hera. We got a hard container in the bunker rocks. We got Hydropower Lin going over to Sarashala's closet, as I mentioned early on. Nice tree pull there with bombs. In the backside of Sarashala's closet, 3 bombs. Nothing. That's the boots. That's the chest where the boots should have been. They also got 50 rupees as well. I did not catch what was on the lumberjack ledge. What that ether medallion? That could be spicy, because that could be what we need later on. And it looks like I'm joined with Red Arrow. I can't. Red Aramir.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Long day. So, looks like I haven't missed too much. We just picked up a blue mail there in Thief's Hideout, though, so that's good.
Yeah, we do have an ether medallion on the lumberjack ledge.
Ooh, so that is a loaded item, a very loaded item. We won't know if we'll need this until we see what the pendant dungeons in this seed are. And if one or both of the dungeons that are in the bottom right corner of each tracker, Misery Mire and Pillar Rock, are crystals, and if they are, what we need for them. So that is like the longest string of things we need to know and like items to get before we know if we have to kill Aga or not.
But that's Blind Hideouts, Master Sword, Silver Arrows, and was that a hookshot?
That was a hookshot, and was it a red mail too, or was it still the blue mail? Because the little sprite there is having a red coat. I'm not sure actually.
I don't know either.
Yeah, Tracker is not pushing a button there. Oh, it looks like it was apparently a red rupee that I thought it was red out of the corner of my eye there. One of our trackers there, Saphir. Thank you very much.
So with the Master Sword, we only need the lamps to have Aghanim in logic.
Yeah, man, this already is looking promising, isn't it?
I guess the good thing is that they already have the boots, so they can just go and grab that ether.
Oh yes,
on that part. So
yeah, it's probably not like those who know that it's ether are probably gonna pick it up when they make those checks up there, like Skull Woods or like Breaker or Bumper Ledge. Then they might pick it up if they find a mirror, of course. So yeah. Or once we get a glove, they might pick it. Like if we have to kill Aghanim for a glove, which is also very possible. You know, could be on a pyramid for all we know. Yeah, could be that some Piranhas will pick it up then.
It could also be that good old moon pearl on the pyramid ledge.
Oh yes, yeah. There's a lot of troll items that can be on a pyramid ledge. All we need is a lamp. If we find a cave that's kind of like rubbing it in, but I found that if you find both the Master Sword or plus like both the sword and the cape with the lamp, then it feels always less likely that Aghanim is going to be required. I don't know. Just
I 100% agree with you on that.
yes, like probably confirmation bias, but you know.
Well, except that Blind's hideout, the Kakariko was not that filled with stuff today.
We did see a shield on the library and a red meringue in the chicken hut. So so far, like there's a bunch of items in Kakariko, but none really of them require. Like we found, like the sword is nice, but like we found a mail, and we found like actually the hook shot, I guess. But everything else is just like good to have, but not required.
And Boeing gave us that front of escape, and that had just a bunch of rupees as well. So we will see what the backside will give us since he's exploring.
Oh, there's a submerged mushroom. Is that like there are aquatic fungi, so probably one of those.
We don't start off with all the fetch quests early on, I guess.
Well, better have them early on and route them in with other checks than have to chase them one by one after.
And it looks like Frostbite is going to do that mushroom check-in right now before going into Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, the classic water portal is there's a Kina burn in the back of the escape there. The classic water portal that just about everybody knows is the one in Lake Hylia leading to the Zora area. But this portal here in the dam area brings you straight up to the witch there. So sadly, without a glove, we can't actually access the Zora area yet. So.
Ooh, that mushroom, a spicy hammer.
Oh, well. Yesterday's 2 p.m. daily had the hammer like very, very hidden away in the logic. So this one is it's a bit of a relief to see early, but yeah.
Okay, so it's a red pendant on Tower of Hera, so we can confirm that it's not the green one.
It's a vanilla red pendant.
Oh yeah, it's vanilla. I forgot which one it is actually.
Yeah, the red one is in Death Mountain, and the blue one is in the desert, and of course the green one in Eastern. But, and looks like Dwayne is heading over to check Agina.
I mean, with the early boots on, it's a faster check than normal, so I understand why.
That is true, and it's a check that's often orphaned. So.
Ooh, a flute in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah.
And that was there's the third sword in Agina's.
Well, let's see whomever else picks that. Where is the third sword? Like one was in Kakariko, one is in Agina. Where was the third sword?
The first sword was in Sanctuary. Had the first sword.
Oh, okay. So Wayne has not been to Kakariko yet then.
Yeah, he's probably saving that for. Well, he's going to pick up the flute, so this is going to work out for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Lynn there, trying to run into the door before picking up that big key. Yeah, Mini Moldorm holding that flute. Everybody else will have to make that trek back, but Dwayne will be able to run all the other Kakariko checks in there.
It looks like Lin is also haven't been. Well, Lin has been in Kakariko, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, Lin has been there.
Yeah, because Hookshot and Silveros.
But this puts Death Mountain in play now for our runners.
Yeah.
Really early on.
Technically, the old man is not in logic, but we can access Spectacle Rock and the eastern side of Death Mountain as well. We cannot access the Tower of Hera yet, though. We do. We have the hammer. Yeah. I forgot. We already picked up the hammer. Yeah. So that is we can access Tower of Hera. We can't access the basement though because we don't have the 5 stars. But
ooh, the bow is on the old man.
Well, there has to be some sort of troll item though, right? Because we got all those early, like a pretty loaded early seed already. There has to be some sort of payoff.
I assume that Ether Medallion is going to hunt our runners down.
Oh yeah. That is true. Yeah, that Ether Medallion may end up being a rough start.
Alright, Paradox Cave. Let's see, do we have a loaded Paradox Cave?
There is 7 checks here. It's usually fairly likely there is at least one item here that you'll want.
Well, there's a bottle, so we can stick it.
Speaking of fetch quests. And it's a fair inside as well, so nice safety to have, unless you want a death warp, in which case they're a pain.
Oh, I've done that mistake multiple times.
Some ammunition for that bow we just got, at least. The Air of Destiny for the bow as well. Plus a manual. Yeah, a manual on how to shoot it.
Here, take this take this arrow and take this manual. You might need it.
Yeah.
Well, talking about more fetch quests, we can check the ether tablet now.
Indeed, we do have the boots. I mean, we do have the boots, but we do have the buck, is what I wanted to say, and a sword with the right upgrade as well. We need at least a Master Sword to activate the tablets. Otherwise, we only see what is on there via hint text. Spectacle. Oh, okay. Probably gonna check Spectacle Walk on the way back.
An ether tablet got hard container. I mean, that's good, I guess. More health.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Yeah. Safety is always good to have. Did Frostbite see what was in Spec Rock? I didn't catch it if they did.
I did not catch it either. Oh, there's our first glove.
Wow.
Pendant Hera is paying out.
Yep. So there is that's one of 2 items. We'll see momentarily if we are firelocked to progress further. Some cash. Wow. Okay. Thanks, game.
Yeah. Okay.
And
we do need that fire source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Mudwara was like a legendary. Oh well. There is something that Boyne was in Athena's cave earlier, right? Not Frostbite. I'm getting my runs mixed up here, but yeah, Boyne sees the Cane of Samaria on the desert ledge. So
that is quite important.
Yeah, and with the book, we have axes there. We can pick that up. I'm pretty sure there was a cane. Yeah, chat. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, but like 99% sure.
Did Frostbite skip out on the Resident Sleeper Cave? I don't remember what it's called. The one when you Walk of Shame place. The up on the mountain, the one cave that you want the boots on. I don't remember what it's called.
The Spiral Cave.
Yeah, Spiral Cave. The one cave you don't want to leave because the Moon Pearl might be there. Well, alright, so we do have access to clear out Eastern Palace. We do not have a fire source, but I don't think Frostbite needs a fire source for Eastern Palace.
Yeah, logically we would have to acquire a lamp to get through dark sections. Not even a fire source, just a lamp. Because I don't think there are any torches you can light in Eastern. That said, you know, one of the easiest sets of dark rooms in the game, so even I can do that, and I'm not I'm not particularly great. So that means like you know, that means something, right?
All right, so Boyne never got the hammer, so he haven't explored the mountain, so he doesn't have the knowledge about the book and the glove.
Yeah. Only people who delivered the mushroom to get the hammer from the witch can pick up that glove. They should be able to pick up the book, though, right? Because that was in Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just look on the if we're just looking at the stuff we have for our runners, it's pretty loaded so far.
Oh yeah, Chad is pointing out since Bo was held by the old man, technically Lamb blocked as well. So that is true.
Yeah, that bow is 100% out of logic.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to go with the purple chest today. Only arrows.
Yeah, just some breadsticks in Gary's lunchbox today.
Yeah, since we already have the silver arrows, we don't need the other kind of arrows. I don't think so, at least.
Unless we're very, very direly in need of ammunition.
So far, nothing inside of Eastern Palace out of that we need, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, so far it was just rubbish and dungeon items, so... But we still have 2 checks to make. This one here, which is bombs, and Armor's Knights. I think it was just 2 items we found in Eastern Palace for that. Also, I would like to point out that there is basically a sink on both the right hand and the left hand side. So,
yeah, it's pretty synced up here from both of our sides. As Chad is pointing out, we do have Desert and Sora left that is in logic for our runners.
I don't think we've seen Spiral Cave yet.
Oh yeah, Spiral Cave. Everybody skipped Spiral.
Yeah. Frostbite went to Talterra and then did not do Spiral Cave. Looks like Len is doing the same, and Hydra possibly as well. And Frostbite. I don't think Frostbite did Spiral Cave.
Frostbite's definitely skipped
Yeah. Frostbite only did the old man and did not do the rest of that man. Because doesn't have the book from Paradox Game. Guess the thought there was, I have the bow. I can clear Eastern Palace right now, and I can always go back to Death Mountain or the Mountain Cave save point anyway.
Nice. Quick kill there from Boyne on the Armor's Knights. With the
Indeed,
silver arrows, that's nothing.
Yeah. Frostbite had a little bit of trouble with the Dark Room. That one's not that easy. The second one, because you have to be aware of those popos, those little wiggly worm enemies that are blocking the door, and then you have to line up your bow with the green Igor that you have to kill for the keep. So that one can be a bit tricky.
Oh yeah, I tend to struggle a lot on that Dark Room.
Yeah.
We have our first crystal in the bank now for both Frostbite and Boyne.
Yeah, with the silver arrows, those Armor's Knights are blinking. You missed it.
We got a Spiral Cave check, but I did miss the item, but it's coming up here on Hydra.
Yeah. I didn't see anything particularly interesting.
Ooh, it was Moon Pearl.
Oh, it was Moon Pearl. Well, that was
yeah.
simply nothing particularly interesting, you know? Right, so there is, well, we have our Dark World Axis. Hydra Power. So Frostbite skipping out on Spiral Cave is gonna come back with a vengeance. And here we have our Dark World map check. 5 and 6 crystals in Thieves Town and Pod. The green pendant was, I think, in Misery Mire, if I saw it right, and the other one in Swamp Palace.
Yes, indeed. Green pennant mire, so might skip a bullet there if we don't need to visit Mire if we need a ether medallion.
Yeah, so basically at this point we're waiting for the mitts, and until then Aghanim is still looming above us. We do find a fire rod in Hype Cave, which means that Hype Cave finally has something good. What is this seed?
I think there's some witchcraft over the seed.
Yeah, Buane getting their book.
And if you look at Lin is going to go for it. Lin is going for the pod play now.
Yeah, you have hammer, you have bow, and if you're confident with dark rooms, you don't need those. Plus, there are some rooms with torches you can light, so the fire rod also might come in handy here. So we have pretty much everything to clear pod.
And we have a bunch of hearts, and we also have that bottle with a fairy and
a
blue mail.
Yeah.
And Pedestal, sorry, but that's just a bottle with the green goo in it, so Pedestal is kind of dead.
Yeah, if this was a quest to get for getting all the bottles, then we would have a pet seed, but I don't think that's a mode in Rando yet. Wait, hold on. Buane has to have the hammer, otherwise he couldn't have gotten over here to Caldera.
Oh yeah, that's correct. He shouldn't be able to be in here right now.
That said, picks up the glove. I assume that Buane is going to do Spiral Cave after checking Caldera and finding out that the basement is Spiral Rock as well.
Yeah, I think he will do it since he already checked the Spectacle Rock. This will be out and check Spiral as fast as possible. And with just having boots, that is fast enough.
Yeah, it's gonna try to get the spin speed here.
I do think Hydra Power went straight for Skullwoods.
Yeah.
If Hype Cave. So he doesn't have the Fire Rod.
Yeah. Oh, but there are the mitts.
I mean, pretty important.
Yeah. With those we can access Dark Death Mountain, and we will see what we need for Shovel Rock. So unless a Go Mode item is hiding in Mire, well, that one is out of the count. But Turtle Rock still needs a medallion, and that is Ether. Aga's days are numbered.
I mean, you wanted a troll item, so that Ice Rod could be in Mire.
That is true. The Ice Rod can be anywhere that isn't on Trinix or in Ganon's Tunnel. So literally anywhere.
And I do not think we have seen a single important item inside of Pod right now.
I mean, at this point, since Swamp Palace is a pendant, we aren't even gonna need the mirror. And logically, we would need the flippers, but technically we don't, because we can just take Flipper to Ice Palace. So those two items, you know, whatever. In terms of Go Mode, we're basically only looking for the Ice Rod and whatever medallion we'll need for Shovel Rock. And that's it.
That is correct, yeah. I didn't even think about items we needed, but we're pretty far in already. But Flippers is on Bumper Cave.
Right. So, logically speaking, we would have to find the cave first. And that is, of course, like, presuming that nothing is in Swamp Palace that we'll need. So, and that is very... Oh! Well, then. let's really hope for our runners that Ether, that Meyer doesn't have anything, because that is Ether for entrance there.
And there's our third shield as well in Meyer's shed.
Yeah, and with the green pendant being on Meyer as well, that means it's technically 3 items that are there.
We found the bombos in pod.
Yeah, we don't know if we'll need that one. Looks like Hydropower is making the trek to the Dark Death Mountain, rather, which is, I think, a valid play. Better to know if you need Ether now than later. And plus, of course, there's a whole bunch of checks you can make as well.
You just do it as fast as possible. So if you find that lamp, if you don't feel comfortable with the dark room in Agate Tower, go for Ether if you need it.
Yeah.
Alright, Frostbite is still looking for that Moon Pearl, so he's going to head into good old Desert Palace.
Yeah, sadly, Frostbite did not go to Skull Cave after Talcairn, so still missing the Moon Pearl. Let's hope there was no mistracking or something. Okay, it's Quake for Turtle Rock.
That is good information for Hydropower.
Yeah. And that also means we have vanilla medallions. Oh yeah, that's true. Frostbite can't even complete Desert Palace because it's in the fire zone.
Yeah, unless he gets super lucky here and gets a lamp in Desert Palace.
That's true.
There's the second bottle in Super Bunny Cave.
Well, technically the third, because we know the second one is on the pedestal.
Oh yeah, true. But who wants to go for pedestal for a bottle, right?
Well, not me, but I'm sure there is somebody who thinks...
Ooh, there's the lamp.
Well, yeah. And the hookshot cave there.
And also the cave.
Was Hydropower the one that walked up to Bumper Cave? I think it was, right?
Yeah, because he has checked out the Skull Woods.
That's right, yeah. And speaking of various singular check items, the powder in the big chest here in Desert Palace, another fetch quest for Frostbite. Surely, playing Plague Knight, Frostbite will be able to appreciate the alchemy that goes into making this powder, and picks up the King of Samaria as well off the Destiny Ledge there.
Right now, this is turning out to be a little bit ugly for Frostbite finding another fetch quest before finding his Moon Pearl.
Yeah, that is like, unless there's progression here on this, like Quick Medallion or the Ice Rod on the bat, that is more lost time.
And Spike Cave just having twin rubies, so we don't need to check out that place anymore.
Oh man, if this is the mirror, that, like, once Frostbite finds that Moon Pearl, that is gonna open so many superfluous checks. Okay, it's just a moth. Good.
I mean, the bombs had the same color as the as the mirror, so it was close enough, right?
It looks like Lynn found Quake Medallion on King Helmstar there.
So Bombos and Quake.
Yeah, both of the non-ether medallions are in pod there. Oh, we also got half magic in the vanilla big key chest there in pod. I totally missed that one.
I mean, it's basically a free seed when you have half magic as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've gotten basically all of the convenience items we would like to find here. Everybody has at least one invincibility item, well, except for Lynn, I guess. We got half magic. We got silver arrows very early on. We got the bow early on. Of course, we got the boots as well, naturally, since it's a boot seat. Dual mail as well, so tempered sword, very easily accessible. All in all, I would say a very convenient and nice seat.
And if you We only need that ice rod now, since we know where all the other items are, so...
Yeah, that is true. Ice Rod is our no mode item. Looks like Frostbite is doing Spiral Kick now. Luckily, no mistrike there, so...
Yeah, he's not happy with that one.
Yeah. Expresses their disdain in true Plague Knight fashion by blowing stuff up.
Looks like Wayne is just heading straight to Helmasaur first and skipping out of the rest of the dungeon.
Honestly, that is a valid course of action. You have to do Alice Darkness or Helmasaur rather anyway, and you may as well see if you have to full clear it or not. So. Personally, yeah, I always lose track of counting items in this dungeon, so because there's so many chests and keys, and
also when you don't have a mirror, it makes it harder to just like go back. Like it's just better to just go for Helmasaur and just go back in if you want to check out the other items.
Yeah. And chat asking where the hookshot was. That was in the Lion's hideout, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. There was a sword, there was silver arrows, and that was also where the hookshot was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for Hydropower, this is a lot convenient for him. Hydropower, having that lamp, can make both Eastern Palace and Pod very easy for him.
Yeah. Yeah, like, unless you're a big fan of the Blue Boomerang, there's really nothing you can ask for in this seed. Except maybe a mirror, but honestly, not having the mirror might make dungeon traversal a bit more, a bit slower, but it also locks out a lot of bad checks.
Oh yeah, if you get the mirror really early on and you're lacking items, you might end up on a mirror fetch quest, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And there's so many good places, like, you don't want to go to.
Yeah, like stuff like K45, whatever, but Graveyard Ledge, Swamp Palace, and then Swamp Palace. Ugh.
Ugh. Tight swamp. Ugh.
So yeah, overall, I would say better not to find a mirror.
So we're going to have like pretty much all of our runners right now on 2 crystals already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody beat Eastern Palace, and everybody is about to beat Pod. Hydropower going in there right now, while the bottom 2 runners have already cleared it, and Frostbite in the process of clearing it.
I mean, if you think about Frostbite, is not that far behind because he have checked all the other locations that the others haven't. So he has some knowledge that the others doesn't have.
The only thing that Frostbite could have done a bit more efficiently is getting that Mooncrow earlier and not doing Desert instead. Because now Frostbite has Fire Source and could have cleared Desert in one go, like Lynn is gonna be doing right now.
Oh yeah, this is turning out great for Inland right now.
Oh yes.
It's from one dungeon to another dungeon to another dungeon, just full clear. Boyne is done with Pod, so I would assume that Boyne might go for Desert as well.
Yeah, that would seem likely. Wayne has seen the King of Samaria on Desert Ledge, so knows, okay, I have to get there and grab that. That said, maybe 12K? No, Spike at first. just to have it out of the way, perhaps.
Yeah, I think this is a spike cave check. It gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, that is indeed a spike kick check there on Dwayne's side. We might be thinking, okay, I have a hammer, I have a glove, I have an invincibility item, so and health magic. The spike cave is fully in logic. May as well get it out of the way before doing any dungeon diving.
So I'm going to just assume when Linlin is done with good old desert, Linlin will go to Scott Woods' Fire Rod. You can clear it out. It's just going to be from dungeon to dungeon now.
Yeah, Lynn is probably going to pick up Agina after doing desert here, and then flute over to 3. Go that route into the Dark World and do both Skullwoods into Thieves Town, and then possibly the Dark World overworld checks there. And Frostbite onto King Helm's Arena. Get there quick momentarily.
Good execution from Frostbite, making that Helmasaur really easy.
Yeah. One silver arrow to that crystal on the forehead, and it goes down. Didn't sound like we were going to see Vitreous. Fun fact, did you know that Vitreous, other than Ganon, is the only enemy in this game that can be hit with silver arrows and takes more than 1 to kill?
That's pretty funny when you think about it. Like, Vitreous is the only one, like, except Ganon. That's like, wait, what?
Yeah, every other enemy and boss goes down in 1 shot. But, of course, the big eyeball of Vitreous takes down. The smaller ones also 1 shot. Lanmola's down for Lynn there. First, Clear Desert Palace.
And as you said, Agina's play, so Linlin will have Tempered Sword as well.
Yep. All the convenient items easily accessible for our runners. So you even got your own lag generator by picking up the red boomerang.
Did we see both the items in Scott Woods, or we only saw the bits, right?
We saw the mitts. I'm not sure about if we found the second one, though. Yeah, the mitts were in the front part. So, Lynn, what are you up to now? You're gonna do Skull Woods, right?
I think Lynn is going to do Magic Bat first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lynn did pick up the power in Desert Palace, so...
Okay, there's the second item in Skull Woods. He still has a B20, so...
It was a Mocula.
Gotta say, we have like 40 minutes into the seed, and we have like 3 crystals on at least 2 of our runners.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, like, having a early boot seed generally is gonna be going a bit faster, but dare I say, this is looking very chatty to me. We're still looking, of course, for that ice rod, so that can be like buried so deeply into the seed here. And I do not mean in the dig spot. But could be in the dig spot.
I mean, the nightmare for our runners right now would be that we need to dip Meyer now.
Yeah. I mean, luckily we already have most of our fetch quests done, but there is still a possibility that Meyer has the mirror and the shovel, say the shovel, or just generally the Ice Rod is in Swamp Palace. So we'd have to pick up the Kate out of Hookshot Cave and Ether out of Aghanims, or like the Lumberjack Ledge. Man, that would be mean.
That would be cruel.
Yeah.
It looks like Wayne is going to be our first runner to dip into Thieves Town.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Dark Kakariko checks here, the Village Outcast. And so that's one of the 4 items. The front here has 4 chests. One of them has to have the big key. And everything else is card game.
Let's make that 2 items.
Yeah. Thief's Son, of course, has 2 item. About four items. Not 2 left, but 3 of them can be in the front. So it has been known to happen.
Well, what is this Thieves Town right now?
As I said, it has been known to happen. And I think this is a vanilla chest for the big key there.
Yeah, that is super vanilla. I gotta say, Frostbite have really made a lot of use of the knowledge of the location he already checked. He's on a roll now.
Yep. Also, Frostbite's boss fights so far have all been very clean as well. So. Looks like Bowain is skipping out on the hint there in Thieves Town.
I think at this point, Bowain is just like, I'm just missing Ice Rod for whatever I know.
Yeah, I think Bowain has seen the King of Samaria on the ledge, so knows where to get that one. That's it. That Thieves Town hint could be a hint for the Ice Rod, so you know.
Yeah, it could be super unfortunate if he doesn't. If it's something like that, the Ice Rod is in Mystery Mire.
Yeah. It's probably a trash hint, though. The likelihood of it being not useful is very high.
I mean, I cannot blame Wayne for skipping it. Like, you know you're 1 item away from potential go mode. I mean, we never know wherever Ice Rod is, so... Okay, 1 more item inside of Thieves, because we only found a map, so it's either a compass or an item.
I think we found a map in Yati, didn't we?
Yeah. So we're compass or... Okay.
Well, there's the 4th item. That means Blind will be holding onto the compass here. I wonder what he was doing sitting in a cell with it.
That is a good question. Probably trying to find his way out, I don't know.
Planning out the next section of the dungeon. Oh god, that is fun.
Okay, so that makes, except that myths in Skull Woods, that makes those 2 dungeons pretty empty, because Thieves Town didn't have anything for us, so...
Yeah. Thief Sound was just rubbish. Of course, clearing Pot and Thief Sound means we have access to the Pyramid Fairy.
Oh yeah, true. I totally forgot about the Pyramid Fairy.
Oh jeez, chat already cooking up the most horrible scenarios where the Astro could be.
Well, we did find a mirror, so...
well, sorry chat. That said, as mentioned, finding the mirror here is actually not very good, because that means a lot of overworld checks are now open. And Swamp Palace as well.
Yeah, and Hydropower is going to go and grab his flippers, because Hydropower has the cape.
Yeah, Hydropower does. Nobody else has been to Hookshot Cape yet, though. Oh, interesting. Bowain is doing Stumpy first. Usually, a lot of runners like doing K45 first, in case the shovel is in there, so they can do Stumpy and the Dig Spot together, instead of having to go back up there. But maybe Bowain just didn't think of it, because just got the mirror there. And yes, that is Plague Knight with the blue mail there on Frostbite side. Yeah, okay, so Bowain did not get punished for skipping that hint. It's just cashing Ganon's tower.
I mean, don't you want Ganon's cash? Just saying.
Like, my question is, when isn't there some cash in Ganon's tower?
That is correct, because there's like always a bunch of money in his tower. I don't get why he has it, but sure.
Probably to buy all those whole grain products that he keeps talking about.
Or all the cheese facts he always brings us. Like,
yeah.
He clearly eats a lot of cheese. Like,
yeah. Those whole grain grilled cheese. So we're gonna see a Smith chain here on Bowain's side with the mirror. Of course, not much of a problem. We'll be orphaning the bat, so not that it matters for our purposes, because we know the bat doesn't have anything. But
and do think Bowain picked up that hint about the purple chest, so we will not see purple chest.
Well, that is speaking of convenience items, we have armor smiths today. Sort of, like, thematically relevant, I guess.
I mean, I think it's kind of important.
We're also going to see the checkerboard cave here from Bowain momentarily. That's also a check we haven't seen yet.
We do know that Pedestal is at least dead, but do we maybe have an ice rod on the green pendant? We never know.
Yeah, ice rod's still at large, but Pedestal is dead.
And the reason why we bring up about Meyer is because we kind of want it to be, because we know that we need Ether, and Ether is a lumberjack ledge.
I mean, that depends on who you ask, you know? I don't want it to be in Messer and Meyer.
I mean, you want a troll item. because it was going too fast at one point.
No, I like our runners having fast speeds.
By the way, I gotta love the hint in Desert Palace. Something sharp is in Sanctuary. Well, we already knew that.
Yeah, sometimes the hints are very silly. My favorite hints I've ever seen so far was like there's like the green choke hints, right? And one of them says, "I bet you'd like to have more bombs," and I think it was in Tower of Hera, and like the chest right behind that hint had bombs in it.
I mean, kind of fit for a hint, right?
Yeah. So Buane going not to pick up powder, I guess.
Bold move, since he doesn't know what's inside of Desert.
I think the logic here is I'll do La Molas now. If they don't have the second item, I'll go Batman.
Oh yeah, like kind of like the way he did with Pod earlier.
Yeah. Since you have to do La Molas anyway, and you know, that said, with Desert, wouldn't have been that much of a time loss to pick up the big chest and mirror out. But yeah.
Well, I'm going to just take the guess that Wayne is going to head straight for Ice Palace after Desert.
That seems logical, yeah.
Because that is going to be his last crystal before Turok.
Yeah. Could be that Blaine doesn't want a fake flipper there, and rather want to know where the flippers are. I don't know if he wants up to see where the flippers are lying on.
I don't think he did actually. I think he just went from Skull Woods straight down to Thieves Town.
Yeah, it's possible that Buane might pick up the Darkness Mountain first. Lin Sprite is Prim from Secret of Mana, or the girl. I've been like V29 had like 70 something sprites, but now we have like well over 150. If I remember right.
Well, Hydro Power is heading into. Well, technically, Hydro Power is the only one that's having Ice Palace in Logic, so.
Wait. Hydro Power hasn't been to.
I think he has been in Skull Woods because he has the mids, so. And I think he cleared it out.
Yeah, but Hydro Power was the first to be in Skull Woods, picked up the mids, and then went to Darkness Mountain. So Hydro Power never was in Hype Cave because there's no Fire Rock. That's why he's using Bombos as well.
Oh, so that makes sense why he hasn't finished that. Oh. Maybe he just forgot about Hype Cave.
That's possible, yeah. That's at Lin also heading into Ice Palace, as is Buane. Everybody's going to go into.
I mean, this makes sense. It's their last crystal before they need to go to Turok, so.
Yeah.
And we have seen it plenty enough that Ice Rod is on like Laser Bridge.
Yeah, in its vanilla location, as some people like to call it.
I mean, it is vanilla, right?
So we did get a Firelocked side of Misery Mire hint. And one of them is one of the items, so let's hope we don't have to find out what the other item or the Green Pendant hold for us.
We have actually not seen that green pendant hint.
Yeah.
So it might be in here in Ice Palace. You never know.
There are always two hints that are guaranteed. Although I guess with this mode, the boots hint is not there. But there's a guaranteed one hint that tells you where the boots are. Whether it's weekly or specifically is random, but
Hydropower just picking up the hint in Ice Palace. The fire rod is in Hype Cave.
oh well, that's convenient. Actually, that's really good for Hydra, because now Hydra knows. Okay, I know where the fire rod is. I can pick it up.
That is like the perfect hint to get
Yeah,
when you don't.
I was actually gonna bring up like when Hydropower came into Ice Palace, and I noticed that Hydropower did not have the fire rod. I was gonna bring up. Hopefully, one of the hints tells Hydropower to go to Hypercave. Well, I didn't say it out loud, but my wishes have come true. And there's a front bottle. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the second item in Ice Palace.
But yeah, in regards to the hint system, one guaranteed hint proceed is a boots hint, and one guaranteed hint is some trashy location that is out of the way. Can be the green pendant, can be left side swamp, can be Firelock's head of mire, can be the pedestal.
I like this play from Wayne. He went straight for Colster.
Yeah. Is still doing this this whole song and dance where I do the boss first, and then I clear the dungeon if the boss doesn't have the item I'm looking for.
Well, there's Butter Sword. So all swords are found.
Yeah. Small key on Cold Stare, which means I think, if I remember correctly, that Cold Stare was King of Sumaria.
A good thing we already knew where the King of Samaria was.
That's much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But logically speaking, if a small key is on Cold Stare in regards to the key logic there, then King of Samaria is required to get to Cold Stare. At least without doing the bomb jump. And yeah, Bowain is not going back into Ice Palace, which, you know, we know is a good play. So, but Bowain doesn't.
Well, but I think Wayne feels comfortable that it's going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get his news that he does actually have full access to Turtle Rock, so...
Yeah. Bowain is probably gambling that one of these, like, 6 items that are here in Death Darkness Month, or the 6 items that are in Tiara plus Mimic Cave might have the Ice Rock. That's 12 locations, as opposed to, the 3 items that you could find in Ice Palace, so... I think one of them was already early on as well, so...
And Hydropower, with the knowledge of where that fire rod is, he's going to pick it up.
Straight to the Hype Cave.
Well, 2 people in chat, if you love Ice Rod on Laser Bridge, I guess you can get a little bit hyped soon, because I'm pretty sure Dwayne is going to dip Turtle Rock.
Yeah. We'll find their lamp and their cape here in Hookshot Cave. We'll know, okay, technically Ice Palace is in logic now. If Wayne has been seeing the bumper ledge, that is. If not, then, you know, whatever.
Actually, I think Wayne just skipped out. completely on Bumper Cave. I'm like 100% sure he did.
Yeah, that's possible. But we do know that with that cape, the flippers that Wayne skipped and what should have used to get into Aspelis are in logic form.
Well, I guess it's moment of truth now for Wayne when he enters. Is the ice rod inside of Turtle Rock or not?
Yeah. I mean, Mutasia, I mean, you know, it's Ice Rod in Turtle Rock is like so common. Blame the random seed.
Three runners inside of Turtle Rock.
Yep.
One is taken care of. Skull Woods.
Yeah, Hydra has to make up for not having the Fire Rod here really quick. Beating Skullwoods. Luckily, just has to do the back half there. So, is not too far behind, just a couple minutes.
Gotta say, Frostbite's execution and really made up a lot of time since he skipped out on the Moon Pearl for the longest time.
Yeah. And of course, you first want to check under the rug before diving into the dungeon itself to see if the Ice Sword is here.
I mean, the only good thing for Hydropower would be if the Ice Rod is probably in like Swamp, because he's the only one with the flippers right now.
Yeah.
Right, coming up, Lava Chest. And Go Mode, Ice Rod.
Well then. That's a very peculiar spot for an Ice Rod. Just right above the lava.
I guess we had to keep it safe over lava. I don't get it, but sure.
That means that Bowain will be able to go mode the rest of this dungeon. Has basically all the convenience items you ever could hope or need at this point. Hope for. Has tempered, has silvers, has top magic, red mail, everything you'd want. Even a mirror to speed up traversing Forgotten Tower. So this was a very fast seed.
This was a little bit too fast, I would say. There wasn't really anything that was... I mean, it was a linear seed for our runners. Like, when runners at this skill, this was pretty easy for them to figure out.
I mean, honestly, like, I feel like just having this knowledge of Ether lying on the Lumberjack Cave in the back of your head the entire time, not knowing if you'll need it, and then seeing it's on a pendant mire. I mean, I feel that alone was like worth it, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just like this mental torment that all of our runners have to go through.
Vitasia, the flippers was on the bumper ledge, and Hookshot Cave having the cape blocking, so... Hydropower was the only one that actually went for the flippers.
Yeah, Hydra was up on Death Mountain, on Dark Death Mountain, to pick up the cape before going to the Dark World, like the Villager Hotcast area and the adjacent areas. So Hydra was the only one having the opportunity to pick it up. Everybody else just picked up their cape, like basically right now before going to TR.
Yeah, Hydropower was early with like checking Mire area, whatever. Like, is it ether? Do I need ether? Or like, and then straight up to Turok to see that. But down goes Trinex and crystal number 7 for Buane. So I think we're going to play a game, right?
Yeah, what we like to do here in the Link to the Past randomized community is the Ganon's Tower Big Key, a guessing game. There are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower, the basement of Ganon's Tower, rather. And in one of those 22 locations, the Big Key is hiding away. And as you can see, we like to guess where it is. All those numbers in chat. So, Alex, where do you think it's gonna be?
Well, when I do commentary, I always say 22, which is title room, in my opinion. So I'm still going to stick with it. Where do you think it is?
So you're gonna see this seat has been so nice and generous. It's gonna throw some wrench somehow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go the complete opposite route and say 1. And we're going to see a left side first from Buane. Of course, even if well, my guess is already out of the window there. Compass of the torch. Even if Lyn, Frostbite, or Hydropower would potentially find the key first, we still are going to go with Buane's count here.
Well, congratulations to number 3.
Number 3. That was very close to was closer to my guess than yours. Let's see here if we got a 3. We got a couple 2s, we got a 4. Oh, there's a 3. Dream Diary. Congratulations.
I mean, this was a free seed for our runners. Jeez.
It was a free seed and a 3 seed.
Ha. Ha.
We saw the torch and 2 chests. We saw the torch was 1, and the 2 left chests in the Stalfos room, where the other 2 we saw. That was all.
Well, since Buane found the big key real fast, I can't see Buane lose this one.
Yeah, this is definitely Buane's race to lose. That said, it's definitely going to be a race between the other 3, I would say. This is definitely going to be coming down to Ganon's Tower routing for all of those. If somebody goes right first, yeah, they're not going to be happy. So let's hope for those runners who like doing Hope Room. And if there's a small key in Hope Room going right, that there's no small key in Hope Room.
I was like 100% sure it was title room today. I'm so disappointed.
Well, maybe the blue boomerang is in title room.
Oh, I could live with that, I guess.
That is literally the only item we don't know, except for the bugnet and the shovel, I guess. Yeah, now that I look at it, yeah, that's true. We haven't seen the bugnet or the shovel. Could be those 2.
Frostbite going right side first here. Well, no small key, so...
Lucky. Lucky for the people who prefer the right side. See, we should have had Frodo McLove in here. Always does Talon first.
And Lin is going the same way as Frostbite did.
If Lin would have gone left here, could have made up some time and closed the little bit of a gap that they have. And Hydra... Hydra just like a minute or so behind. If Hydra goes left first, might make up a little bit of time on Lin at least.
Frostbite, you have a mirror.
Oh yeah, that's true. Frostbite doesn't have the mirror.
Oh, he didn't pick it up. Oh.
Yeah, Frostbite never did. I think it was in the chess game, right?
Yeah, he skipped chess. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh yeah, that actually means that Lin and Frostbite are having a race.
Yeah, this is going down to execution now.
Yeah. And Hydra is still not out of the race either. It's just a tiny bit behind. Can still catch up.
And look at Wayne's climb. He's already at dagger too.
Yeah. Wayne was like, blink and you miss it, and he's already at the top of the tower. And already beat Aghanim 2 as well. Wow. That was fast.
Half magic, fire rod, silver arrows. It's going to be fast.
Yeah, this is going to be a sub 120. Probably sub 115 for Buane even.
Look how synced up Frostbite and Lin is right now.
They're both in the same room. Yeah, it's very possible that the other runners all are going to manage sub 120, which is a really fast time. And Buane is very possibly going to be contending for a 115. Sub 115, that is.
This is a very quick Ganon fight here for Buane.
Yeah. And mind you, Buane is going to be the slowest out of our 4 re-streamers to be in Ganon here, because Buane only has the Tempered Sword. Everybody else has the Gold Sword, so is going to have an even easier time.
I mean, Ganon, we sure found your silver arrows. They kind of hard to miss out today.
And 2 doubles, down goes Ganon for Buane. Just will have to cross the bridge and then pick up the Triforce. GG's to Buane here. Probably finishing up. Still has to, yeah, there we go. Finishing up here in first place on the restream and third overall with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, 18 seconds. First was Illos with an enormously amazing time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 37. Wow. And Ayoshi is finished in second place with 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 58 seconds. So that is just 20 seconds ahead of Buane here.
That was pretty crazy. Like, the GG's to all of them. Like, that time from Illis was just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Buane's time is also really insanely good. And, like, beating that by 4 minutes is insane.
And it looks like Lin took an unfortunate fall at Trollworm.
Yeah, sadly. However, that gives Hydra a bit of an opportunity to catch up a little. Is now in the torch room. Meanwhile, Frostbite onto Aghanim 2. Yeah, this is like the first set here is a really good pattern for a triple. So
this is a free agony fight as well.
Yeah, man, everything was so cooperative in this scene, wasn't it?
Just give all of the runners all the stuff they want and just go nuts with it.
And everybody's basically on a boss here.
Just got a question from chat here. Early boots means that you start with the boots.
Yeah. You already have the boots equipped as you start, just like the green mail. Yeah, basically the only thing that did not cooperate as nicely was Ganon's phase 3 here.
Yeah, all those teleports was a little bit annoying, but I mean, just look at the timings for our runners.
Yeah.
Like, all the runners gonna be sub 120.
Yeah, everybody is gonna manage to be sub 20. I mean, obviously, not to jinx it, there might be some fall or death, but provided nothing serious happens, we're all gonna have 120s all across the board there. Wow, that was really fast.
Get your GGs in chat for Frostbite. Just putting in that last arrow. I think that was the single arrow we got the book for, right?
And we have Boone joining us here for a little chat. GG's Boone.
GGs.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for the GGs.
Yeah, man, their feet must be hurting from all that running.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of known when you get those, you know, if you have a seed where you have early boots or you do one of these boots start seeds, it doesn't usually like to play nice, but this one, I guess, played pretty nicely.
Yeah. That was, I can't think of a single item that was like specifically very badly placed, and like you got all the convenience items too. So
yeah, lots of hearts early, super early, and you know, had blue mail early, bunch of the safeties. Pretty didn't need to go to Aga for the ether. Not too bad.
And we have GG Lin as well, and Frostbite, who also are joining us here. GG's.
Hello, GG.
GG's, Lynn, Blaine, great runs, guys. Man, honestly, like, that Moon Pearl absolutely murdered my race.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I bet if you looked at, like, the time between finishing and finding the Moon Pearl, I bet I won that race, but I just last located the Moon Pearl, like, insanely hard, so it was really, really bad for me. I knew when I left it there that, like, because I kind of went straight up hookshot side instead of going and scouting the cave early, I knew I was going to be in the spot where I was going to have to skip one of them because there's no way I'm checking both of them in that scenario, and it really, really burned me. But did other people find the flippers or anything else, or it was just everything was buried?
Flippers forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hadn't seen them, the flippers were on the bumper ledge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see them.
I regretted really hard not looking at that as we went on and on and on, and then found the cape and started feeling really kind of, oh boy, what am I gonna get wrecked by finding the cape, and that's where the ice ride is this whole time? Because I almost always check after Skullwoods, but having so many items at that point,
Yeah, same.
it was like I can skip it this time, right?
Yeah. I basically never check it unless I have the mirror, which is obviously.
Yeah, I never. Go ahead,
Lynn.
It's just I didn't actually expect to have the mirror in this scene. Like, sure, we have a book. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I agree, but that means I'm just not going to check it. And basically, if I find the cape, I'll just YOLO it. Is sort of how I think
Frostbite,
about it.
You never did pick up the mirror, right, Frostbite?
No.
That was in the chess game.
Yeah, I skipped that. I left. As soon as I left Pod, I figured the only thing I'm missing is the ice rock and the flippers, which aren't needed. I'm not checking a single overworld location except Dark Death Mountain until I'm outside of Turtle Rock. So I went from Pod to Skullwoods to TT to Desert to Ice Palace to TR, and I didn't have to check anything else.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt here, but Hydropaw also has finished in 9th place with with a time of 1 hour 18:25. And just think about this: a sub 120 time, and just barely managed to get the top 10. So that is insane.
Dude, this community is good, man. I feel like I'm pretty good, and I never cracked the top 5. You know what I mean? I'm like pretty good, but I'm not like great like someone like Blaine is, who probably won't say that about himself. But we all know he's one of the best runners in this game. I'm like sort of in maybe 2 tiers below that, and it's frustrating, man. Everyone's killers.
The average runner in this community is so good at rando these days that, you know, especially when it's a seed where it's a play that most people who race a good amount are comfortable making. Like, sure. Ice Rod's missing, I'm just gonna go to T-Rock. Like, at this point, I think most people are pretty comfortable making that. As you can see by the results of this race, where basically everyone is finishing sub 130. So people who play this game are good.
We have Hydra joining us here as well. GG's to you as well.
GG's, Hydra.
GG, Hydra.
Hey, thank you, friends. I'm laughing because I pull up the restream and I'm last. So I'm like, I thought I was playing so well. I guess not. But
I mean, considering the fact like this seed like was so fast. I mean, just think about it. Like in the overall race, you placed what was it, 8th or 9th?
Yeah.
With the sub 120. I mean, come on.
I know, and you know, I almost never go to Hype Cave first because it's usually junk, right? So I laughed out loud when I got the hint Ice Palace about it. But then I probably figured, well, I'm sure a lot of people that did go to Hype Cave first are probably just, you know, on the Ice Rod hunt, and maybe they, you know, didn't have to do some other stuff. I don't know. It was just like, hey, I'm doing good. Oh, I guess not. All right, well, that's fine.
Yeah, when you entered Ice Palace without the fire rod, I was actually thinking, I hope there's gonna be a hint for Hydra Power that has the fire rod, that tells them where the fire rod is. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna get it eventually, you know. Just, my plan was after Ice Palace to go on the Dark World loop and go all the way around, because I am not used to having so much green on my map right here. I'm like, did I just start the game here? Like, what's going on? I have so much stuff I haven't checked yet. So it didn't make sense to start that before Ice Palace. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do Ice Palace, even though I don't like Ice Palace, but let's do it anyway. And then, you know, get the fire rod hint. And I'm like, all right, we're risking it for the biscuit, as Andy would say, because, you know, it's probably in Turtle Rock. If it's not, well, too bad. But it was, and so I guess everybody else must have had the same idea to just go to Turtle Rock and do it.
Yeah, actually, I do have a question about that. As soon as you got the mitts out of Skullwoods, you basically immediately went to do the check for the medallions, or am I wrong there in that assumption?
No, that is correct. I tend to do that when I get mitts, just to see what I need and stuff, because it's awkward when you're like down in the main overworld and you're like, hey, maybe I'm in go mode, except I don't know. So
I mean,
I like finding out.
The fact that we also knew that Ether is on the lumberjack ledge, like I assume everybody who saw that probably had like agony in the back of their head the entire time.
Well, I said that is the extremely last thing I am doing, because why would you? I mean, somebody probably would be crazy enough to make that play, but especially with the Meyer hint that says, hey, there's really only one thing here. And I'm like, well, it can't be the Ice Rod. And if it is, well, this game's dumb. So
I was actually clearing out Desert, and I haven't consistently played Rando for a couple weeks. So there's a lot of rust that kind of builds up in between. It's just a lot of instinctual things you got to do on, really short decisions that you have to make. So I'm clearing out Desert and trying to plan out my route, because I've just seen that Ether is Meyer. So I'm saying, all right, well, I know where that is. I can go get it. I can route in Pyramid Ferry maybe as I'm going up that way and get King's 2. And about I was basically right after I kill Landmo and I'm going back for the second item in Desert. I'm saying to myself, Myra's a pendant. I'm just gonna go mode Ice Palace and go to T-Rock. So I was pretty close from doing something that you guys would have been watching this going, what the heck is Blaine doing? Why is he doing Aga? And just like 2 minutes after that is what I was gonna do.
Everybody would have been like, "Oh, that's the Galaxy Brain."
Yeah.
It all figured out. I mean, everybody.
The Galaxy Brain play.
Yeah. I mean,
Banking it all on Green Pendant, yeah.
Yeah, he's a gambler,
It's
all
gonna pay
right.
off
I mean,
so much.
I feel like that would have been my play if I hadn't found it in TR, because I skipped everything in the VOO and all that other stuff. I'm not the type of player that admits defeat until I'm actually last located my item. I would have said, "Oh, well, if it's in Mire, that's still good for me, right?" But no, it was not. Of course, I regret not go moding Ice Palace, but I just have such bad luck in this game that every time I don't do that, it's the thing, and so I have no guts for that anymore. I did find the gold sword, so that saved me like maybe 4 seconds or something like that over the course of the run. Yeah.
I did actually want to ask Buane why you skipped Ice Palace.
Well, the mirror threw me off in Village of Outcasts, honestly, because at that point I finished Thieves. I go to get the last 2 checks in the village, and I'm saying I'm going to play this pretty aggressively because I haven't touched Dark Death Mountain, and I've got T-Rock, and I've got 2 medallions. I probably have T-Rock access, but Mirror popped up, and it kind of panic shamed me into doing Dig Game and K45 and Stumpy and Peg Cave and dropping off the Smith. And so after that, I said, I still have Dark Death Mountain and T-Rock, and I just did all these other checks. Go mode Ice Palace, or at least depending, I did open the first chest and the freezer chest.
Yeah, and if you get the
Depending
big
on the-
drop down or whatever, exactly.
Yeah, so depending on the key layout, I'm going to open maybe like 4 chests in there, I mean, as few as 2. I didn't get any items, so that feels really bad. Like I opened these chests, I came here, I killed the boss, and got 0 of the 3 items. So I don't know what I would have done after T-Rock, because honestly, the dive back into Ice Palace might have been... it would have gotten interesting if there was no Ice Rod and T-Rock, as far as what I would have done first. Because I didn't do... I mean, I left Pyramid and Catfish after Pod because I'm saying, hey, look, it's going to be pretty early when we get access to Pyramid Fairy, so I'll just save Pyramid Fairy for Pyramid and Catfish. And then I end up doing Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid Catfish, just leaving them and going straight up to T-Rock and Death Mountain. I don't know. It felt like there was such a large concentration of items up there on Death Mountain, and it's not like Ice Palace was the only thing I had left. Like, if I had done everything or done most of the stuff and just hadn't done Ice Palace, but I mean, I hadn't checked Cape Ledge, I hadn't done Graveyard Ledge, I hadn't done King's Tomb, I hadn't done Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid, or Catfish. So even if I skip Ice Palace and it's not there and it's not on the mountain, there's other places that it could still be that aren't game ending. Obviously, if it's Ice Palace, it's game ending. Yeah. I'm not going back there, but I just felt like, and maybe it's not the meta play to me, like the anti-meta play. Like I think sometimes, depending how you feel like you've gone in the seed, you can say, well, I bet everybody's going to go to T-Rock for the Ice Rod, so maybe I shouldn't. But I don't know, the seed was so direct, I'm sure most people felt pretty good about where they were. So I understand not go moding Ice Palace. I understand go moding Ice Palace. I did all the fake flipper stuff really early too, so that was kind of feeling like, that's a big waste of time because I did all this fake flipper stuff. If other people didn't, then they might be ahead. So I didn't skip much until we got to Ice Palace and then turned on the jets, which apparently was slower than other people turned on the jets in this one. So
the other thing in the consideration with the T-Rock dive is that I'm probably the only chucklehead that never grabbed the mirror, right? And so if you have the mirror, it's actually not that bad. So you get the laser bridge, you mirror out, you avoid checking the mirror spots. If the ice rod's in a mirror spot, you're dead. You find the ice rod not in a mirror spot, you go back in laser bridge, and it's not the end of the world. I would have been absolutely screwed. Can you imagine if the ice rod had been in Mimic Cave? I never, ever would have gotten it. And I just can't believe that the mirror was in Chess Game. I was basically operating under the assumption that the mirror was in GT the whole time because of Swamp Palace and me basically not wanting to find it after I checked everything and have to go back and check those mirror spots. But yeah, I was terrified about not being in GR and having to save quit out and not mirror out, and it would have been bad.
Yeah, Frostbite, you not having the mirror threw me off in GTA. I was like, dude, Frostbite, you have the mirror. Just mirror up, you got the big key.
Well, I was actually looking for the mirror in the next few chests, and that's another thing. Like, I don't like routing that way normally, but you can't do Dark Magician threads if you don't have the mirror, or maybe
Well, then it's like the actual Dark Magician where he goes all full right. I think that was
well, even getting out of the
beginning
Stalfos
Dark
room is
Magician.
hard, right? Like you have to death warp on those enemies that are doing a quarter heart damage or whatever. Like it takes forever. So
Yeah, just walk back across. I guess I don't know.
that's what I ended up doing after I found it. But
you can open the middle door. You know, the door you're not supposed to open. You can do that.
Of course, the mirror was right there. That's just my luck. I'm like, I knew I was so far behind after the light world. I just couldn't check everything. I had to skip things. And because of the fact that I could do all the dungeons minus the ice rod, I figured that's just better money invested than checking, even the chess game after I finished TT. I just save quit immediately.
Also, may I just point out, despite this being a sub 120 for all of the restrained runners here, and like the item, like the 130s, that's also fairly low collection rate. We found all of the items except for the Bugnet, the Shovel, and the Bloomerang. So it's also pretty insane.
Yeah, because I don't believe that this is random. I think there's trends in this game if you play it enough. There's been a lot of jet seeds lately, man. Like a lot of crazy fast seeds. And obviously,
Don't say that. We got the Uncle Assured tomorrow. You know that's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. But no, there was a seed the other night where like the winning time was a 105, and we had like 15 people done before 110. Like it was the freest seed in literally the world. And it had, I tend to route for bad seeds. Like I like to go into pendant dungeons and hope, and go into bad spots and hope, because I know I'm not going to win if it's a free seed and I have to out execute like the elite runners, right? So, I'm happy with how this went. Kind of feels cheating with the boot starts though, right? Because like, what do I compare? I got like a 116 on my in-game time. What's that, like a 125 normal mode or whatever?
Boots were pretty. Boots would have been pretty early in this one, at least.
Yeah, the
Not
empty
for me.
box was in Saha, so you would have found them fairly soon.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't actually work that way, but no, that's how I read it too. Because the boots item is just some random crap item that can be even locked by the boots. But no, this was super fun seed. I mean, whenever you have all the swords early, and I mean, starting with boots is early, you have all the health, so that no matter really how bad you play, if you're a reasonable runner at this, you're not going to probably die. And then it's all about, okay, where are the things? And that's sort of what I like most about the game, is looking at what I got, what's available, and trying to figure out where the stuff is, right?
Boy, there's nothing better than a boot start seed and finding sword in the first chest. Like,
Yeah.
almost doesn't matter what happens after that. I mean,
Exactly.
Well, you're going to really like the casual boot start tonight then, Blaine, because you get a sword right away.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
that like the best of all modes right there?
It's pretty
Let's
awesome.
dash through escape with our sword out and get like a 5-10 or something.
I mean, just the fact that you don't have to farm during the escape sequence and don't have to play that bomb roulette, it's so much more free.
Can't even get beat by someone who skips escape in that mode. It's the best.
I know. That's I mean, I'm the guy that always skips escape, but really, realistically, it only ever hurts me.
It's just nice. Don't even have to make a decision. Got to go through escape? Okay, we're going through it.
That's why I like it too, though, Blaine, because I can't skip it in this mode.
It's saving you from yourself, right?
That's basically it, man.
Just do NMG. You can't skip anything except, well.
But I do NMG, and then I take a bonk, and not a bonk, but I just want to reset every time within the first minute. I'm so frustrated when I run NMG because I'm too sloppy at the very, like, NMG is a totally different game, right? Like you could clip my dark room in pod and my dark room in Eastern, and nobody would believe the same runner did them. Like my pod dark room was absolutely perfect NMG strat in the dark, and I butchered the Eastern room horribly. Like it's just, I'm so inconsistent that NMG inevitably I'll get to like Moldorm and fall 3 times, and it's just like, come on, man. But anyways, I'm gonna step out of here. It was awesome running with all you guys again. GG's, Blaine, Lynn, and Hydropower, and thanks to our comms today. Who was it? Nielsen and Red. Am I right on that one? Or
You're 100% correct.
awesome. And shout out to the trackers as always and everybody else. But I gotta run. I got a new fridge here, and I got the stuff out of the coolers that's been chilling all day. So
Yeah, GG,
GG's
dude.
first.
Hope you don't catch a frostbite.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a number of frostbite puns we could make just now. But,
Yeah.
you know, he's gone, so oh well, we missed it.
Too late.
Yeah, thank you very much again, guys. I'm sure it was really exciting to watch here. I'm definitely going to look back and see how I ended up in last place, but you know, it was great. So thanks, thanks for everything. We'll see you guys around soon.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you weren't that far behind either. Like,
no, I'm being cheeky here, as I often do. Sometimes it doesn't come through very well. But yeah, no, it's just funny. Like I said, it's ironic. Like, hey, I'm doing really good. Nope. But I mean, yes, but no, but yes. You know. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you around.
GG's.
GG's and take care. Right, so I guess this is a good cue to start wrapping things up here. So if you haven't had enough rando, as has been mentioned earlier by Hydra, at 9 p.m. Eastern at Speed Gaming 2 is going to be the 9 p.m. daily, which is going to be an early boots casual seed, so it's going to be like stacked. And that's actually gonna be like there's nothing gonna be in between here and then. And but if you're so inclined and want to see a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer at 10 p.m. on Speed Gaming, no number, it's gonna be a weekly as well. So if you want to watch that. Otherwise, I would like to thank our 4 restream runners: Booing, Lin, Hydra Power, and Frostbite for putting up an excellent show for us today. And of course, our trackers Saphir and Wild Hannah. And of course, also my co-commentary, Nilson Alex.
Well, Red, thank you so much for stepping in that last second there, saving my butt. So thank you so much, and congrats to the restreamers, and also GG's to our amazing trackers. And I think that's about it, right?
Yeah. Also, of course, thank you to the runners that were not on the restream, and to the viewers as well. And until 9 p.m., that's going to be it for us for now. Peace out.
Peace out.